it does. So I don't want to get wet and walk out to the storage container tonight or anytime this week in the dark to find a load, so I might just rip it off my truck. Gotta work up to those loads, you know. Those don't come as easy anymore.
All you can do is twist it or turn it a little bit.
Speaking of which, where the hell's Regal been?
Radio man?
Oh, yeah, Regal. I don't know. I haven't heard Regal in, it's been quite a few weeks now.
Oh, is that what he said, Regal? I heard radio.
That's what I heard was Regal, but I could be wrong.
Hello, fix it. You gotta be quicker on the fucking draw here. We're fucking talking what you said. Come on, keep up. Let's go. Come on.
Yeah, but, you know, I don't lightning thief, so in case somebody else got 2 cents they want to throw in too, we gotta get them all.
Okay, so he's gonna leave us guessing whether it's fucking Regal or Radio Man he's talking about. Let's pretend it's Regal for now. Bob, we'll just continue talking without fix it.
I'm sorry if you were in the dark. Yeah, normally it's Regal that gets the conversation going that way. Not so much Radio Man, but it's Regal that does that. And yeah, you're a good substitute. Keep up the good work going that way. Not so much Radio Man, but it's Regal that does that. Yeah, you're a good substitute. Keep up the good work going that way.
The trash heap has spoken. Trash heap has spoken up with somebody.
Oh, well, I heard a couple of people down in there, but one of them was repeating exactly just what we were talking about. Oh, well, I heard a couple of people down in there, but one of them was repeating exactly just what we were talking about. Not sure who it was, but they were way down in there.
Some type of I don't know if I say carrier, but I'm getting something on a couple of channels. I don't know if it's noise from something I got running or what.
Yeah, I got cross channels going on here too, so whatever. Nothing new.
It's just noise, minor. What the fuck? Holy but Jesus S.
I'm about ready to fall asleep, believe it or not. I'm probably going to be here for like a half an hour.
Wait.
What the fuck? You didn't even go in early today.
Hey, I had to go to Portland at like 2:30 this morning.
Oh, that was this morning, huh? Never mind.
Fuck's sake, yeah. So, you guys will like this. Freaking coming up Outer Congress Street at 3 a.m. No snow on the sidewalk, just coming up the hill by the jetport. And what I assume to be is a homeless person is walking in oncoming traffic and blowing snow with nothing but a camouflage blanket on.
How the hell was there any snow?
It was blowing snow in Portland at 3 a.m. It wasn't like what it was out here, but it was blowing snow. Because my wife flew out of Boston, and she said that by the time they got to New Hampshire, it was raining.
I was gonna say, right about when I hit Cumberland, I didn't see any snow on the side of the road anymore. To work this morning, it was spitting some snow off and on while I was at work, but there's absolutely, Saco is a little further south, but there's nothing down there.
We got about 5 inches here, and then it rained it down to about 4 inches of the,
I got about 2.3 inches, which rounds down to 2 here. I mean, unless I'm telling my wife, then I had 6.
Yeah, there's a special tape measure for that.
I know the shit that fell off my roof as I was just walking in here. I couldn't get my car in this bay back here right now. There's way too big of a fucking banking in front of it.
My wife walked out this morning, she's looking at the trees and everything. She said, oh, isn't that so beautiful? And 10 minutes later, she's got the shovel going underneath the tree, and all of a sudden, boom! I said, is it still pretty now?
No shit. Yeah, one I got it. I don't think it's 2x4. I want to say it's something like 2x3 or 18 inches by 3, something like that. And there's 2 panels in there, and it fucking you can pick it up one person, no problem. I mean, it doesn't weigh that much. I mean, I don't mind it's a cheaper one, but yeah, fucking lazy places.
Screwdriver,
Yes, sir.
are you on the rack?
Why, what's your problem?
Oh, we're not in sync.
Why, are you ragging it?
Oh, yeah.
You did sound a little salty.
Bad, dude.
I've just been dealing with it lately. Like, the last 6 months has been stressful, so I've learned to deal with it a little better, but, you know, I have noticed I still, slip and say some shit I shouldn't.
Today's been one of those days where I'm like, whoa, man.
It's fun sometimes to tell people to fuck off.
And the funny thing is I just told you this is one of those days. I can't tell you what happened, because nothing happened. My day's been good, but I definitely on the rag.
Can just tell you're not feeling it.
Every little thing. I can't even tell you. I can't even tell you the little things. But I definitely got pissed today, multiple times.
I know what it was.
Shut up, stupid.
It's your old age, you know? It's turned into motorcycle for a minstrel cycle.
Yeah, I definitely, I have some of those days sometimes, that is for sure. They don't happen as often as they used to, but I definitely have them.
You know, I'm kind of glad that we don't get in sync like the girls do.
Holy fuck, could you imagine?
There'd be fist fights.
Need a cookie.
Yeah, people would by the time the butt hurt would be over, it'd be time to get in sync again for the next month.
You know, that's not a bad idea, eating a cookie.
See? I'm telling you. Cookie fixes everything. Well, temporarily.
It's not a bad idea. I'm with you there, man.
Friggin' right. Cookie.
Well, you know, it could be ice cream, whatever your cookie is, in quotes, air quotes, eat a cookie.
Fuck you and your air quotes.
actually feel better now that you said that to me, Bob. You're the first one that said that to me, and I actually found it as a compliment. Everybody else who said, fuck you, I took it offense to.
I figured you'd like that.
Thanks, man. I feel better already.
Thank you. More than a friend.
I knew you'd know how to make me feel better.
I got that special power. You know, no homo, but I know what a man likes. I know what feels right.
What the?
Break 1-3.
No homo, but he meant homo.
That calls for a pause.
I misrepresented myself with a double negative.
Pause.
Alright, Radio Man, go back to whatever you normally sound. This is not good.
Well, I noticed you were starting to calm down, so I said, oh, let's just pick that scab a little bit.
Hell yeah.
Alright, someone was out there hollering down there a little bit. Go ahead, who was that?
Yeah, I heard you ringing my telephone.
Well, nobody likes echo. Just the guy who uses it. That's it.
Well, and other homos. And wear Crocs.
Excuse me, sir. Can I push in your stool?
Yes, I just had one slipping out. So, Radio Man, I did a thing today. I don't know if you want in or not.
You had me at I did a thing today. I don't even know what it is. I want in.
Well, I know you're very involved in all of this shit that, well, I like to start shit and I just don't like to finish it, but I made another group today so we can go worldwide.
Well, I'm not moderating it, that's for sure. Bad enough now something happens, I get a message for me to do something about it, so... You're gonna have to run it.
No, I'm thinking just letting this thing go free for all. I'm thinking I want it to be like the CB Lounge or the show and tell. I'm thinking like realistically just inviting every fucking buddy we ever hear to it and let people post as many videos as they want, as many times a day. I just want to see if this thing can like take over.
I got a question for it.
Yes.
The first question is, how big do you have to be to scream, worldwide, 119, worldwide?
Oh, usually it's coast to coast. I was just thinking of prestige, worldwide.
Oh god, you gotta start doing that on the radio.
Big for your neighborhood? Like, do I have to be big for Auburn? Do I have to be big for Lewis and Auburn? Do I have to be big for Androscoggin County? Do I have to be big for state of Maine? Do I have to be big for New England? Where is it where I get to go worldwide?
Boats and hoes. Oh, that's kind of like the question with the old radio thing. What's considered old? I mean, it's all relative. I mean, I usually thought I was big enough for the state, and it got down to the county, and it was down to the town. I mean, fuck, now I'm like the biggest operator in my house. That's about it. I mean, fuck, you get a half mile away, there's bigger operators everywhere. I'm like, fuck me. So I can't be worldwide anymore, but I'm shack-wide, or, house-wide.
Yeah, old radio night. Well, okay. I'm running an antique. Done.
Fuck it, I dug out something special for tonight, man. I'm running my telephone radio. Come on.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you were mobile, so.
You know, I take that as a compliment because I think my mobile gets out better than my bass and sounds better than my bass.
Depends on which mobile. Your truck. Your truck is like a mobile base station.
Yeah, Radio Man said I sounded better in my truck this weekend than I do on my bass. I'd say it hurt my feeling, but it didn't.
Well, depends, because you play around on your bass all the time, so you always, 90% of the time you sound good, if you're playing around with some fucking junk. That's different. But 90% of the time on your bass unit, you know, when you're running your fucking, through your computer and all that shit, you sound ace, you know. That's different. But normally, you sound good at your bass station, but your truck definitely sounds. Don't get me wrong, I'm not fucking knocking that striker, because I got a big boner for that thing. But yeah, your truck is the best mobile station you have.
Time out.
Well, I mean, I do run a striker on my truck, so yeah.
I didn't say that.
Your truck. I thought you were. Oh, I thought you had your Galaxy or not Galaxy. Yeah, Galaxy. I thought you were running a Galaxy in your truck.
I used to run a Galaxy 99 for years. It's inside now. Because yeah, I've been running a Striker 655 for quite a while. You didn't necessarily say it sounded better than my bass. I think you said I suck and I don't get out. No. I think you said, how come I give you 10 times the amount of Hawkeye? He better do something about it.
Fake news. I just was surprised because you were hammering for being over in Lisbon. I couldn't believe it. I made no mention of the bass and no mention of Hawkeye. You're just you're literally talking out your keister.
No way. You're misremembering. You're not remembering the conversation correctly. And now you just don't want to hurt Hawkeye's feeling by telling him he don't get out and he better, we better put his antenna up this weekend. It's okay. He's a big boy.
Yeah, he's just trying to motivate me.
Oh, there we go. We got a recording.
Now I gotta record every time I'm on.
I love that radio in my truck. I don't get me wrong, I love my 99 too, but I actually think that, I don't know, the 99 and the Striker were really close. I'm not going to lie, but I do like the looks of the Striker better. It's easier to read, like, the meter in the vehicle. Even though I hate digital meters, it's real easy to just do a quick glance and go, oh, okay.
I think the looks of a Striker is sexy. I've never owned one, but, on the TV, they look pretty good.
Roger.
Those 99s, that big analog meter's pretty nice. I mean, I like them. It was like, what was that? Yeah, they're nice radios, especially in the mobile.
I bet if the meter was new, or if I took it apart and put a different piece of paper behind it, that was, you could read the numbers again and repainted the needle part on it. It's just, I fucking ran that thing in my vehicles for 20 years, I think. And it still works. I had Peasley fix that thing a half dozen times. It was always getting cold solder joints because it sat in the dash and whatever. So it had a rough life. If the meter was a little bit easier to read, inside it's perfect, but in the vehicle, trying to glance down, you know, I guess I never actually had it quite lined up right either.
I'll tell you what, that Magnum that I'm running right now,
Testing, 1, 2.
you have to be at the right angle, period, to see that screen. And I could probably tilt it a little better, and I might be able to see it better, but it actually would hurt the way it's mounted, it would hurt the sound. If I turn it more so I can see the angle, well, it's gonna hurt the sound, and the sound's not good already, so I'm not willing. I'll lean over to see the screen. Just because it's LCD, whatever, it's lit up good, even during the day. But you gotta be at the right angle to see the digits.
Oh, man. This is terrible.
This call may be monitored or recorded for quality assurance
You hear
or
that,
training
screwdriver?
purposes.
Now, please stay on hold. Your call is important to us.
It's terrible. It's terrible. From what I can see from it, it's terrible. Even when I can hear people that I should be able to hear, the static is louder than everybody else. I mean, people I should be able to hear. Like, I was listening to a conversation with you and Radio Man, and I was on Savannah Street, and I could hear you fine, but you would unkey, and the static is louder than you were when you were keyed. You know what I mean? If the radio is not, I don't know. You key up, I could hear you, understand you fine. Unkey, loud static.
Swiper,
Sucks. Oh, what?
have you had your fruit punch yet?
Oh, fuck yeah. You can tell?
Yeah, I can tell. Just a little bit. I can hear a little inflection on your voice. It sounds like the fruit punch is kicking in.
Oh, man, I had a really, really fucked up day. Up early, doing some, a weird fucking day. And, yeah, I got home and I fucking dozed.
Well, how weird? Can you elaborate?
Oh, well, you know, because of the storm, I was shoveling. Well, first of all, it was supposed to be snow blowing, but the snow blower didn't run. And then I had to decide, do I just grab a shovel because this is fucking just a dusting? Or do I spend a bunch of time fixing this fucking snow blower to fuck around with a dusting with the snow blower? So I gave up on the snow blower. You don't really want to hear my day. What the fuck am I doing?
No, I do. I care. I don't know what it was like where you were, but the snow is real wet and heavy here. But if you get that light, fluffy snow, a leaf blower is perfecto.
Oh, no. I 100% agree with you. This was a wet, nasty 2 inches in Lewiston, Alabama, anyway. It was a wet, nasty. It sucked shoveling. You know, it was like shoveling 6 inches when it was 2 inches. God, I wish my wife would say that. What the fuck?
She says it's a wet, heavy 2 inches. 10-4.
No, that's what she says, but it's actually a 6 inch. Never mind.
That's why he likes to use the blower.
Fix it. What radio are you on tonight?
Like 2950.
Yeah, that one's good. You got good loud audio. I don't have to strain to hear you.
And 4 on, yeah, it's a lot better. It's 4 times the radio than the couch radio is.
Yeah, it's got the greatest Roger beep ever known to man.
And only because I heard you earlier did I shut the other ones off just so that you would enjoy it.
You don't know how much you make me happy.
More than a screwdriver?
Oh, well, just, come on, let's get real.
Yeah, I know. He's pretty good, huh?
Hey, Screwdriver, did you get your truck fixed?
Oh, fuck no, it's on the left. I found a dead mouse underneath the damn thing when I just walked up here.
Ooh. Yeah, when I started that front end loader the other day, a mouse came running out of it.
I don't know, it looks like it fell out from underneath the tire and it's fucking just laying on the ground frozen. Unless my dog just brought it in, but yeah. No, I got it in on the lift and now I gotta lower it back down because I forgot to disconnect the battery. You know, the lift's a little... It's probably close to being underrated for a 3/4 ton. I mean, it lifted it no problem. But like where the bed is, like it's sagging. So I usually put a big jack stand underneath the rear differential and lower it down onto it.
How are the wire nuts for the electrical wire powering? Are they good and tight?
For what?
Gesundheit.
Well, I was just saying, if your wire nuts are not tight, you're not going to get good electrical power to the pump.
Oh yeah, no, those are perfectly fine. But yeah, I mean, the lift didn't have a problem lifting it. Like as far as the weight goes, it didn't even lag down at all. I'd be more worried about like the arms on it. Are they really rated for that? I mean, it's a 9,000 pound lift. It should be fine.
That does scare me.
When I worked over at Doug's, this was a guy who doesn't work there anymore. Someone local brought in their yard beater, and they're like, I don't have any time. Wasn't even registered. Wasn't even. He looked at it as a favor, and he told the tech, hey, before you put that truck on the lift, take the fucking plow off. He goes, that truck is Swiss cheese. Well, the tech didn't listen. He put it up on the lift, and the fucking frame broke right at the right where the bed meets the cab, and it teepeed. It teepeed on the lift. The plow hit the ground, and the bed hit the ground when he was lifting it, and it was a freaking teepee truck. And I luckily the guy wasn't that upset because he knew it was like a POS, but it was still a pain in the ass.
All right. I don't know who else is sandbagging here. Fix it? Me? Okay. Bob, you smoked. I heard every single word you said. You smoked him. It wasn't even close. I mean, I could tell he was talking and who it was, but you smoked him. Fix it? What's your verdict over there?
Yeah, same thing. Radio man, you want to try to remember that and start again?
I heard the last half of it. I'm sorry.
Son of a... I'll rectify that in the next... I was just saying when I worked over... This was a long time ago over at Doug's. The tech that doesn't work there anymore, they put a yard beater, a plow. You know, it wasn't even registered. The guy, he looked at it as a favor, some local guy, and he told the tech, take the plow off of it before you put it up on the lift. He goes, that truck is rotten bad. And the tech didn't listen. He lifted it up, and as soon as the truck got high enough off the ground, it broke right at the bed and the cab, and the truck teepeed on the lift. The plow went down on the ground, and it was just sitting there on the... We just heard this big boom!
Well, Swipey, you gotta hand it to him, though. Radio man does know how to make screwdrivers squeal.
Like a pig. You know, we've been doing that a lot lately. I know me and Swiper used to do it all the time. But me and Radio Man have been doing that an awful lot lately. Like perfect timing, keying up together and unkeying together.
Yeah, I mean, I know. And it's not always the same as far as me hearing who I hear. Sometimes you just take each other out. Sometimes I hear Radio Man. Sometimes I hear you. It's, you know, depends on what you guys are doing or whatever. You pretty much stay the same. As far as me, I mean, you talk skip on your beam, but you're pretty much running your amp through an Omni most of the time when you're talking it this way.
I mostly listen.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't have anything to turn, so yeah.
Yeah. Let's see here. We got. Oh.
Radio phone and that 6-pill bass. Dead key in about 50 watts, swinging up to a couple hundred. You know, I mean, I don't have anything crazy going on. I don't know if are you on the beam? Where are you turned?
I've been on the Omni.
Oh man.
Actually, he took you out that time, Bob. I mean, I still could comprehend you, but yeah, he put a dent you. Hurt you bad. Anyway, what happened to your 16?
Oh, that's inside. I'm just out in the back bay, up in the radio room, and that's in my closet inside, so I wouldn't know what I'm driving it with. I wouldn't know. I'd have to set it up once with cameras and then never touch it again, so I just run what I...
Hello, Mr. 806 Bighorn Video Gates on YouTube. Thanks for stopping by.
Alright, I thought something devastating happened to your regular base unit. Okay, that makes more sense. And then you had mentioned that you were using that skullcracker at home. Is that what you're talking about? What you're using out there?
Am I spanking this guy? Flap, flap, flap. Clapping his booty.
How much of a difference do you see between this 6-pill and a 16? You know, I mean, there's a little difference, but how much? It's negotiable.
Well, I mean, competition-wise, like, Radio Man just stomped on you there. But, competition-wise, as far as meter, I wouldn't see the difference. But, you know, you just got stepped on, so there you go.
Oh, friggin' Swiper's telling me I'm getting sand kicked in my face, so I gotta engage battle conditions.
And job done.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I mean, I know you're right there with me putting a squeal on me every time, so I don't know if you just didn't have something on or what.
Yeah, you got it done. You had to turn the beam, turn something on, had to do something.
I got a few tricks up my sleeve.
And for making that screwdriver go all the way.
You know he's running inside right now. That son of a bitch. This will not stand.
You don't care.
Not at all.
Yeah, I'm just saying, he's a little competitive. He might be thinking, you son of a bitch.
No, he just wants you to go bigger. And then he'll go bigger. Because he wants to go bigger. Not because you went bigger. He just wants you to go bigger.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't had any competition out this way. Well, until you showed up. You know, when I was in town, there was always competition, so there was always somebody to just want to compete with. And it wasn't like a hateful thing, but, you know, it was always a reason to go bigger because somebody was giving somebody more. I'm like, out here, I could give Swiper a 3, and I had no competition to know if that was good or bad.
433.
Yeah, he wasn't around, though, at the time. I had to convince him to get on.
Friendly competition's fun. When people are having fun, you know, if someone's being a dickhead about it, it kind of makes it not fun. But, yeah, I mean, egging people on competitively for the good, yeah, it's fun.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like showing up to a race, everyone's got a Ferrari, and I still got my Toyota.
Yeah, but your Toyota goes...
Wait, Fix It. I thought you drove the international lesbian car, the Subaru Outback. Not the Outback, the Forester.
Good point.
You bastard. No, that thing's dead in the water.
Fucking lesbian.
Everyone knows that's the international lesbian car.
You know, I love my lesbian car, and the first time I had to go to the gas station, and I actually pulled up on the wrong side of the pump because it's the only stupid fucking vehicle in the world that has the gas pump on the passenger side, so you're the asshole in line at the gas station that's backwards from everybody else. I'm pretty sure I got mistaken for Rosie O'Donnell when I stepped out of it.
You know, that's funny. I can't remember what it was. I think it was a Ford. One of my wife's vehicles in the past. I fucking think it was that fucking Explorer she had. I think that had the fucking gas cap on the wrong side. And I'm like, this is embarrassing.
Rosie O'Donnell. Jesus Christ. What a horrible comparison to be made to.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we look the same. We got the same build, the same haircut, so, I mean, I could see where somebody would be mistaken.
You know, I know some people don't like him, and I don't want to make it political. But you gotta admit, that was pretty goddamn funny when Trump was at the debate, and the moderator said, "You've called women pigs and dogs or something." She went through this whole list of names, and he goes, "Wrong. Only Rosie O'Donnell I called those names." There's nothing more hilarious when someone's trying to ask you a question to bury you, and you go, "Oh no, that's accurate, but I only called Rosie O'Donnell those names."
And everybody goes, oh, yeah, good point.
Thanks for everyone stopping by tonight. I'm a little tired. I was up early this morning. So appreciate you guys all stopping by between Facebook and YouTube.
Oh, I'm only nice to women. The bitches, cunts, and hoes, well, they get what they deserve.
Whoa.
Well, that escalated.
So what I'm gathering, going back to radio, is Swiper's not liking the Magnum, huh?
Doesn't seem like the receive is very good. I'm not willing to blame the Magnum yet. I'm not on the radio. I'm not in my vehicle when you guys are on the radio. So, who the fuck am I going to talk to? Skip?
Oh, I mean, I wouldn't doubt if it's the radio at all. You know what I mean? Not particularly because of what it is, but, you know, if you've seen the, I don't know if I'd say condition, but where I got them from, it doesn't surprise me that they would be whacked. I mean, 2 of them that I have don't work. So the other 2 that work, how well? It's questionable.
I'm not willing to blame the radio yet. I'm going to screw my old 1000 on there. That went through a rollover, so I don't know how good it is. I'm going to put it on there and see what happens.
Hey, Swiper, those guys when Skip's rolling on 815, they're a pretty good group of guys.
What are they on?
Well, yeah, good question. I hear them on when I'm on, but you're not on when I'm on, so, yeah.
Yeah, I just, when I'm available on that radio, I'm not hearing anything but Skip or, 28 talk.
Yeah, but it's good when all you hear is Skip. It's good if you can at least got an antenna good enough to talk back to him.
I've shot some Skip, caught some good, but, I want a local radio check, basically. How does it sound? Should I turn my mic up? Should I turn it down? Am I overdriving this damn thing? Am I underdriving it? I haven't had that yet.
Well, yeah, we have. I've done it with you.
Yeah, but I was fighting with Skip with you, and that's what it's been. Every time I've had any chance to do kind of, and I've changed things since I talked to you, that radio check. I have no problem inside the cab at all. No feedback. I could key the thing up and drive around town listening to music, and I wouldn't even know it was keyed up.
Yeah, I suppose, short of a signal generator, you could just get 2 radios and with somebody, and, you think the receive's questionable, you could hook up the other radio and, do a quick A/B.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you're, I mean, it could be the antenna, but I would really lean towards it being the radio. Not because of what it is for a radio, but, yeah.
You know what? I'm going to go flick the starter on that thing. I'm going to let it warm up, and we'll see. We'll try it in about 15 minutes.
Ooh, citizen science.
Perfect. I even swapped to another radio, just because the telephone is pretty cool, but speaking into the mic, well, it was only cool for the first 45 minutes or an hour.
I don't know, Thursday night he wanted to try his mobile, and yeah, he disappeared, and 11:30 I gave up on him.
Fruit punch kicked in.
Oh, that happens.
As long as the fruit punch doesn't kick in and you fruit your pants.
Ooh, man who go to bed with itchy fruit wakes up with stinky nose. I don't know how that works, but something.
Wow.
Yeah. It was something like that or something.
That was pretty crazy this morning. I don't think Cobra believed me when I said, geez, your signal's way down this morning. I could barely hear him.
Oh, yeah, no. And then he was on a different antenna, though. And that's what he tells us after. And who knows what he was on for an amp, but I could hear him, but not as good. And then my radio started fucking up. I don't know if you heard me, but I think I put it in the page anyway, but I definitely have an issue going on.
Yeah, I saw the SWR went up to like 10 and 11.
But when I got out of work, I turned it on. It was a 1.3. I can go turn it on right now. 1.3. On the way home, it goes up and comes down with heat. So something is going out of whack. Now, like I said, I got it narrowed down. It's either the radio or the amplifier or the antenna or the coax. But I got it narrowed down to those things.
Yeah, I'd say you got a good start.
That's cool.
Got it narrowed down.
Holy fuck, what?
Yeah, I almost think it might be the amp. Like something's heating up and the relay is starting to not make contact, or the bypass tune in it is burning up or something. I don't know. I'm going to have to find another amp to throw in there or something. I don't know. If I can find an antenna, I might try to take the antenna off the truck tomorrow morning before I leave and actually stick the Wilson on it just for shits and giggles, because that'll be the quickest and easiest thing.
Why don't I'll go that way to work in the morning and just drop off that Wilson 5000, just throw that on.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I got like 6 of them sitting out back in the storage container, but there's fucking snow on the ground, and it's wet, and it's dark.
You need that deep. Come on, you. Nah.
I was like, hey, I got a Wilson 5000 sitting right here in the garage. And I was like, oh, fuck, we put the load on Swiper's truck. No, I don't.
I got a few K40s if you want.
I don't have I got one of them in my kid's car, but yeah, I mean, the only reason I say I could just screw on whatever normal load, not a K40, but a Wilson, a Sirio, a Striker. I don't even know where the hell my fucking Striker antenna went to. I think I might have it out in the storage container. I was sick of seeing 20 antennas sitting in here, even though they were nice and neat. I was like, fuck this, I gotta get these things out of my way.
Hey, Bob.
Yes, sir.
What am I giving you for a signal? Can you tell? Carrier and hello.
Hey, give me an 8 swinging a 9 on this thing.
Okay, I'm gonna go out to the truck.
Roger.
Anybody logged into the worldwide stream?
Oh, I just shut mine off because I changed something around. Does Radio Man have his going?
Yes.
All right.
Probably not for much longer. I'm gonna go to bed here after this.
Well, at least he could go back and listen to yours and watch yours and not have to judge it by what we say. He could listen to what he actually sounds like at your place.
You're dedicated, man. Dedication.
Gotta have something to listen to while you're in there on the shitter.
That's right.
Oh, fucking the dogs selling the pops. No, I ain't got no dogs, just cats.
Who's that? Pipeline?
At the airport, you figure my office is like right there. I still drove all the way home to sleep an hour and a half to go back.
Say what now?
My wife had to be at the airport for like 3 a.m., so I dropped her off. You know, I could have went to work early and left early, but no, I drove all the way home, tried to sleep for an hour and a half, only to get up and go back to work, where I just was.
Oh, okay. I thought I heard something different. Yeah, I would have done the same thing. It would have only been an hour. I probably would have actually tried to sleep right in the parking lot.
Yeah, bring a blanket with you. Ooh.
You can't do anything at the airport anymore. I used to sit there and wait till they boarded and if the thing actually went wheels up. You can't even do that anymore. You just drop them off and say, see ya!
Son of a... And who was that in there? Was that Pipeline in there? Well, that's all right. I can barely hear you. You're only giving me like a 2 or a 3.
Well, Pipeline's giving me 2 bars, and he said, yes, sir, it's Mr. Pipeline.
Yeah, I thought it was. I could tell he was keying up. Swiper's in there now, Mobile, and he gives me just a hair more, but, all right, well, how are you hearing this thing, Swiper? You're probably in your yard, though, which we know is like a fucking big Faraday cage. I can. You swing up to about a 3.
Flashing one light out here in Oxford. One light. I can't understand what he's saying, though.
Wait a second. He was way louder when I talked to him. What's he doing different?
No, that's Swiper.
Yeah, I've talked to Swiper from the Mobile. He's pissed weak. What the hell's going on?
He's got to back out of his driveway. He does. He has some weird ledge thing going on. If he were to back out of his driveway and like, move 100 feet up or down the road, I bet he'd come right out of it.
Oh, I talked to him from the Dairy Queen. That's what I remember.
I wasn't talking about you, Pipeline. You're doing real good tonight. You're giving me 2 bars on the AM side.
Yeah, I can hear you, Pipeline. Not amazingly, but I can hear you. We just have locals that are trying out a Mobile that give us a little bit more, so you're kind of getting stuffed right now.
that's not good.
Yeah, but if you go out and you back out of your driveway and up or down the road, I bet you come out of it. Because we know how your driveway is.
I should be able. I've heard you better. Something's all right. I don't know if it's the radio or the antenna. I'm gonna throw my 1000 on there and see how it goes. And yeah, I haven't been impressed with the receive driving around either.
Yeah. And you were only giving me, you were right above the static level. You were giving me like a 2, swinging a 3, and I'm getting 2 to 3 dB of static, so you weren't giving me much of a signal. I could hear you, you sounded clean, but I don't know what Radio Man heard, and you can go to his live feed and see, after.
Did Radio Man key up? I thought I heard fix it, but it might have been Radio Man.
No, it was me. Radio Man didn't key up while you're on your mobile.
Yes, he did. He's just getting squished by Fix-It.
Oh, man, you're gonna hurt his feelings.
I was trying to help O Swiper and be on the rag, too.
That's kind of funny, though. Oh, wait. Oh, actually, you know what's funny is my wife's at work, and she just saw me run out to my truck. Out on her ring, on her phone, she's like, "Oh my God, what's he doing?"
All right, Radio Man, what did you hear? I know you're still listening. You didn't go to bed yet.
Yeah, I heard him. He was just weak, but I could hear him just fine.
What was he giving you for a signal? Do you remember?
It was like a 2 or something.
Yeah, so basically the same thing as here, which doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, I don't think I'm getting out any better than I'm receiving, to be honest with you.
I couldn't even hear him.
No shit. And that might be. Maybe you're just not getting out, I mean, if you're giving me a 3 and you're running 100 watts, I don't know if you had your hamp on, but if you're giving me a 3 and you're running 100 watts swinging, I don't expect you to hear me very good because I wouldn't be giving you shit.
Well, yeah. I should be able to hear you running fucking 2 watts in my driveway. I should be able to. I mean, why wouldn't I?
I don't know. And like 15 miles stock radio to stock radio, that's pretty rough. But yeah, I mean, I just know I've heard you before, like many, many times in the past. You give me shit of a signal in your driveway, and as soon as you back out, you give me more of a signal when you start going down the hill than you do in your driveway.
Oh man, I suck so bad.
I really think you just got a fucking big chunk of iron or magnet or something right there that's just fucking you.
Should drill that shit out. Maybe I could, sell it.
Yeah, you guys got a breaker in there. Yes, Pipeline, I did hear Thunderbolt while the other guys was talking in here, and I didn't want to interrupt their conversation, but I did hear the Thunderbolt. No signal, but I did hear him.
Oh, I hear Thunderbolt. I don't know if you're his son, Thunderbolt, but I actually hear you better than Pipeline.
Time he drives by Swiper's place, he throws another chunk of iron in his bushes.
Yeah. You can't even use a magnet around fucking Swiper's house. That thing's gonna be spinning like a top, like a Bermuda Triangle.
You mean compass?
Yeah, I don't know what I said, but yeah, we'll go with that.
It sounded right to me when you said it.
I thought I said compass, but I may not have. It's been one of those days.
I'm pretty sure you said magnet.
Well, I said he was throwing magnets around there, but I might have said magnet again. I fucking don't know.
He's never been louder over here. Never.
Oh.
Fix it.
Man, must just be something in the air tonight. Well, I mean, I'm hearing pipeline a little bit on AM. I can't quite make out what he said. I heard the other guy. Must just be, I would have thought all this wet snow would have been fucking it up like it was this morning, but I don't know. Seems to be bouncing his signal.
I did wake up to rounded ground planes this morning. A little bit hanging over. A little heavy.
Yeah, luckily it wasn't too thick. Too much snow. I mean, it was sticky. It was wet, but it wasn't a tremendous amount. Or at least here it wasn't. I said here was 2.5 inches, whatever. So that on the antenna isn't as bad as... Usually it falls off by about 4 inches, but when you start getting up around 4 inches on an antenna, that's when shit starts to break.
I might have to duct tape that fiberglass pole I have the antenna attached to now to the new mast pipe. I really think that fiberglass is helping me out over here. I don't have any RF issues. The SWO, the match is always perfect. I don't have any issues coming over the TV or speakers.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't think so. I don't know. I got a few different thoughts on that. Because, you know, most of my antennas have always been in trees. So, grounding them, not grounding them, you know, I don't know. I have a few different thoughts, and I've tried it every which way, and I don't really have a coherent thing to say about it.
So are you asserting, is it your, are you intimating that if your antenna is mounted to a mast pipe in a tree that it's not grounded?
Yeah, I mean, you're technically, you still got to ground somewhere because it's coming back down your coax and it's coming into your house, the back of the radio, which probably goes to a ground prong in the outlet and goes to a ground somewhere. But that's a big, long ground loop. But I have grounded them before. I've run, I almost think the one I have at camp is grounded. I can't remember. At one point it was, and it wasn't, but I don't, like the one I have here in the tree, it ain't fucking grounded. You know, so I don't know.
You're grounded in the puddle in the middle.
A lot of trees get hit by lightning.
Oh, yeah. I mean, as far as the lightning goes, it is what it is. I mean, if it's going to get hit, I don't care if it's grounded or not. It's probably going to get hit. But what would it make for an RF difference, like you're saying? I have a couple different theories, but I don't know if any of them are true.
Because it's the opposite of grounding. It's like isolating something. It's making sure that it's not grounded. I mean, I agree that if an antenna is mounted in a tree, the ground probably isn't as good as if it was attached to a tower that was grounded. But it's, I think that scenario is different than like attaching an antenna to a piece of fiberglass that's totally not grounded. And I guess I've always been in the camp of, you know, I think a lot of people confuse grounding an antenna and having an RF ground plane, like the roof of a vehicle. You know, when I was messing around with a 102-inch whip on my truck, it didn't make a shit bit of difference. Running ground straps, nothing affected the SWR. You know what affected the SWR? Where it was positioned in relationship to the roof, which is a ground plane.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Grounding and grounded, two completely different things. And one is for your counterpoise. Makes a big difference. So, yeah, no, I 100% get that. I know most people don't, but yeah, you're 100% right. You know, grounding an antenna, like to your truck body, whatever, with a small piece, that's for DC. Doesn't help anything for RF. So an RF ground plane, counterpoise, whatever you want to call it, you know, that's what you need. But, yeah, you know, your coax acts on some antennas as part of your counterpoise. You need that coax there. Some you don't, you know. Some you actually do need it to be separate. So, I don't know. It's hard. But if you're having, I don't think the tree, I think the tree in that fiberglass mass has exactly the same ground potential, 0. Unless it's pouring out and that tree is soaked, I believe wood and fiberglass to be the same amount of conductivity. Could be wrong. That's just what my mind thinks.
All right, guys, I'm shutting down. I'm tired. Good night.
Have a good one, Radio Man.
See ya.
Catch you in the morning. Yeah, no,